Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, traders from different part of the world. Today is the first trading day of the week, 9th of March 2026. We are back to our weekly webinar. Sorry we didn't have last week, as you know what's happening around the world. Unfortunately, because of this situation, we technically have taken a 1 week break because when this kind of situation happens, there is uncertainty in the market. So it's better not to trade, just to watch, see how the things is developing it, and if things are making sense and things are developing in a positive way and the market is reacting accordingly, so then we should initiate. So we have wait for 1 week. We did not do any trades or any analysis, but we occasionally, my team was doing it analysis just to make them busy. But we actively did not trade, as you have seen, because we were waiting for the market to be. And to be honest, the thing is, the market was completely unpredictable, was doing completely in the opposite direction, which is I'm going to show you in a minute now. Okay, so now we are back to our weekly webinar and MyQFX. Just to people who are going to watch this webinar first time or join the first time, what is the MyQFX? Basically, MyQFX is the gateway for the practical forex training and the real-time market analysis. So the MyQFX is a comprehensive forex training and a market analysis platform designed for both novice and experienced trader. So whether you are just starting your trading journey or a seasoned professional, MyQFX offers the tools and insight you need to succeed. And I'm going to justify this last statement, how it's going to help for the novice and the professional. So stay tuned in the middle of the webinar. Okay, so let's start now. So before we start, we need to do some homework. That is the disclaimer. I'm just going to read the last paragraph, guys. You can take the picture if you want it. So that I am not affiliated with, nor I do represent any security brokers, dealer, or investment company. I'm not licensed or qualified to provide investment advice. Any trading decisions I share are for information purpose only and should not be taken as financial or investment advice. So it is important to verify all information independently, and any decisions you take based on that information are entirely your own responsibility. So this is just basically homework. Let's move. Okay, so what is the format? The format, there's a one when you receive the alert, there's some topic is given, and that it was how to trade in a consolidation when the market is consolidation, how to pinpoint opportunity while the market is consolidation. But apart from that, we have a format, this webinar, that's we're going to be looking for the high impact news. We always look in MyQFX platform, we always look every single day. And if there's a news, then we look at in a high time frame, we do the live technical analysis, and we align our technical analysis with the high impact news, and we develop our buys, and then we wait for that news to be developed. Once the news developed, then we look for the opportunity accordingly. So that's what we're going to be doing it. We're going to be looking at what's, because this is a weekly webinar, so we're going to look at the whole week. I'm going to be looking only high impact news, and then we're going to look at the high time frame analysis. We're going to be looking into it and look for the opportunity accordingly. Then I will also show you the MyQFX analysis performance today, how we analyze the market and how our analysis performed very well and how we help our traders to avail amazing opportunity. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so and then just to let you know, if you are new to the MyQFX platform, all the MyQBN member, they have privilege to have free MyQFX platform. Apart from that, any member who are not a MyQBN member, they can still take the benefit to join the MyQFX. They can join it. So there's a three ways to do it. Just give me 1 second. I need to find. Just give me 1 second, guys. I need to find my pen. There you go. Okay, so if you're not a MyQBN member, you still have the opportunities to join MyQFX, how you can join it. We are basically giving three options. Number one, if you open an account of $500 with the QBN Global, our broker company, then you can have the access, and then you will have all the feature of MyQFX platform, which is the real-time analysis and updates, live documentary, price alerts, and customized charts. We have our own momentum trading strategy. You will get the real-time financial news. And also you will get the market updates, daily, all of our analysis being recorded instantly. If you cannot join live analysis for some reason because of the time difference or something, you can watch that analysis recording instantly in our platform. We have basic education Forex material. We have, collaborative partnership with the Q Minds. We have most of the basics and theoretical information is given. So you can enjoy all that, Forex education theoretical material. In MyQFX, we mainly focus in real time, and that's what you're going to practice, and then you're going to learn. If you don't have the basics, you can develop your basics through some of the basics in MyQFX platform, and some of them you can use MyQMind. And also we have, I believe every Thursday, we have another gentleman, amazing trader. He basically give trading information and education. So you can also take benefit from that webinar too. Of course, we have a live chat support. We have amazing team who provide live chat support to guys. We also run occasionally weekly training sessions. So basically, as long as you have $500 fund account in QBN Global, you have 3 months access. As long as you're trading actively, you can use 3 months. If you want to do 12 months free, so you must have open an account with $1,000 in the QBN Global account, a QBN broker, and you will get all the free options as mentioned here, all the options which is mentioned in 3 months, but you will also get a one-to-one session where it will help you how you can trade successfully with the $1,000 account. So as long as you're actively trading this $1,000 of account, and you can have 12 months free. Or if you just want to subscribe and want to trade with your own funds, so this is the monthly subscription, $149. You will have all these features. And if you show us that you're trading very well your own account, there is a possibility then we should be able to get a funded account for you. So if you show us the performance. So these are the three options. If you are not a QBN member, you can use this one. Or if you have any questions or any concerns, so you can send us an email, hello@myqfx.com. And definitely myself or one of my team member will get back to you and will help you. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so what we have to do, we're going to go look at first of all, we're going to look at the Forex Factory. This is the best website for the retail trader to get all that information in one place. So I'm just basically filtering it only high impact news. So if you don't know how to filter it, so you can click this area and you can select your high impact news from there. And that's what we mainly focus on, the high impact news. So as you know, last Sunday we had it day saving time shift. That's 1 hour. If you don't know about these things, you just click on this and you can find that information. It happens twice, 1 hour, move forward by 1 hour. So it happens. And I think that's going to be changed in the UK too this month. So when that's going to be happen? Well, probably at the end of this month. As you can see, Monday, we don't have any high impact news. Tuesday, we don't have any high impact news. Based on the situation, I'm expecting a market to be consolidated. But as you know, what's happening in the global situation, that's creates some time, most of the time it creates some volatility. So just be careful, okay? Right, so Wednesday, we have only high impact news for the dollar. And that is the, 4:30 p.m. And that's probably 1:30 London time. So we have CPI month by month, slightly lower. We have CPI, core CPI and CPI month by month. This is slightly higher than CPI year by year. That's slightly higher. We'll see when this data is going to release. Then we're going to look at, so before that, we make sure you consider what's happening in the geopolitical and the situation happening. Sometime that is more high impact of this situation than the news. So be careful, and it's a very tricky time. So just be careful. I always advise when this kind of situation happen, don't trade aggressively. At least try trade if you really want to trade wisely. Okay. Thursday, we have unemployment claims. As you can see here, previous one, 213 came out, is going to expected 216K. If that's the case, that's basically negative sign for the dollar. When the news is going to come, we'll find out. Friday, we have a GDP data coming month by month, slightly positive. The CAD news is coming. We have unemployment changes coming here, and quite big difference number you can see here. Then we have unemployment rate that has been increased too. So we'll see how that's gonna make impact to the CAD. Later on, we also had a core PCE price index month by month, exactly the same number. We have prelim GDP quarter by quarter, exactly the same number. We have a job opening that is slightly better. We'll see how that's going to make. So technically, we can see we're probably going to have some volatility on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday, we didn't have that volatility, but we still had some moves, which is we're going to look at in a minute now. Let's see tomorrow. We don't have any high impact news. And let's see here if tomorrow we have some medium impact news. That's gonna sometime. Okay, so Tuesday we have, so we have president's speech is coming here, and that's gonna be quite interesting. We're looking forward to see it. Hopefully he can announce that, okay, we're going to cease fire. And then we, hopefully that's gonna help, not killing any innocent people in this war. So this is very, very bad. But unfortunately, this is what it is, But let's hope for the best. All right, let's look at the technical side of it. Now we're gonna look at the Euro USD. As you can see, the last week we haven't intentionally because we wasn't sure where the market is going to react. It's better to take a rest and see what the market is going to do it. So as you can see here, we had last week we had price. We already had this impulsive and correction. We were expecting some breakout. After this week, we had a beautiful short trade here. So last week we can see a bearishness on euro against the dollar. So today the market opened. So you can see here, one thing I have to tell you, because when you have this kind of candlestick pattern, this is give us the early sign of rejection. Pay attention to detail. Whenever you have this kind of rejection and the market is not going this way, going this way, so that's give us the early sign of reversal. But when that's going to happen, we don't know it. But that's why we draw, this is the 4-hour chart, that's why we draw these lines and helping our traders to understand what sort of pattern is developed, so they can basically look opportunity in intraday. That make much easier to look for opportunities in intraday. So you can see it today what happened here. So the price refused to stay below this level, and if you look at the candlestick pattern, this is very important. You can see here the price nicely come back, and then we were looking this breakout. So price nicely broken in intraday, give us the confirmation, and then we had this beautiful long trade here. Now what we're looking here, we don't know how long the price is going to stay within the structure, but what I can see here, as long as the price stay above this level, there's a still possibility of long. If that's going to happen, then what I'm expecting, this kind of behavior, what I'm expecting here, let's see if this going to, otherwise if the price going to come back here and then might going to stay within the structure, we'll see here. Tuesday, tomorrow, we don't have any high impact news. Let's see here, unless if there's anything happen, something about the war decisions or something that's might going to create some impact on the dollar, then we look out for the opportunity. So right now we can see here sort of price has developed a double bottom here. So what I'm expecting here based on this price action, I'm expecting this price action. We'll see. Okay, well, let me share with you today how we analyze it. This one, and that was a pretty straightforward. We had it. This is the analysis. Okay, so this is okay. Okay, so if you look at here, let me share with you guys. Okay, so we were this level. That's basically what happened here is this is the analysis we did London morning session. So you can see here, this is you can see this push came back here. So we did this analysis, and you can see here, this is, you should note it because this is we pinpoint the point of interest. As you can see here, the price nicely broken and hit this level. And after that, we had the price nicely respected, and we had a long trade here. Let me share with you guys how we analyze the market. As you can see here, later on, what we did basically pretty straightforward. This is what we do in analysis in intraday. So we can see here the price broken in intraday, price come back and retest. So technically what we were expecting it. So the price broke on this low. So we were expecting this price action, but price refused. We have impulsive. So in that case, this is what we did. And then we explain our trader, this is the high and this is the area. While the price is here, don't initiate any trade, let the price break. But we already had, wow, sorry guys, we had another noise. Okay, sorry. Okay, we get alert from the government when these kind of blast happen. So, okay, so what we're looking here. So we have this beautiful breakout was performed. So we already mentioned our bias was long anyway, because we have this false breakout that give us the high probability, but price nicely broken. And afterwards, we have another beautiful long trade here. We did this one, another analysis, which is a pretty straightforward, as you can see here, based on the analysis you can see here. So we were expecting here price nicely broken. So might be a possible because we have this price of action. But what happened here, the price nicely broken and hit to the profit target, which is around this level. That's why we suggest our traders bank some profit. So again, what I'm saying to you is once you develop, okay, there's a probability that the price is going to reverse because of this candlestick price action. Second, we have price refuse to stay below this level. Below this level, that give us the high probability of reversal. Then we look at here in intraday and see here what sort of price action is developed. And if the price action is developing it towards the bias, then we jump into the trade. Then we can practice it. And top of that, all this analysis help our traders not to miss any opportunity. Pound dollar, we had the more or less the same situation. As you can see here, we have this wedge breakout, and after this breakout, if you look at here, this is very important. What we call it, we call a liquidity. Price came back and take all the liquidity, and you can see here. So if you don't understand the liquidity, just put the basics in your mind, and let's look at here. Every time when the price break, this is the price action we were expecting it, but price refused, develop a false breakout. That give us the high probability trade, and we also had early sign of reversal. So we did another analysis this morning. Let me share with you guys. We had a beautiful. Okay, so we have, once the price came back, we have beautiful. We also had a short trade here. Let me share with you guys. When the price broken, we also had a short trade, I believe, because I did analysis, I remember. Okay, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So we had this because I did this analysis here at this level, looking for breakouts, price nicely broken, but we missed this one. But this one, we, as I mentioned to my trader, just keep taking a pullback. Once this is a hit, then we did another analysis that is the counter based. That is a pretty straightforward, as I mentioned to my trader, look for this breakout. And if you look at here, pay attention to detail in 4 hour, as I mentioned here, we price refuse to stay below, and we have this candlestick give us the rejection. And if you look at this candlestick body is like a very strong bullish engulfing candle. And if you look at the pattern we were looking here, you can see the price also develops sort of like you can see here, inverted head and shoulder pattern. We look at the lower high has been developed. We're looking this breakout. So the price nicely broken, hit to the, around this level, which is, this is low. This was the counter long trade. That was amazing trade. And afterwards, as you can see here, the price nicely stay here. So we explained my trade. I think the price is going to go up. So any opportunity out, there might be some counter opportunity, but we mainly were looking at long trade here. So we have another analysis we did, which is you can see here. Pay attention to detail as we develop our bias here that we're looking at counter. And if you look at our analysis, you can see here, this is the area of interest, which is price broken, should stay, but price refused and retest. But this is the area of interest, price refused. As you can see here, the price nicely broken and give us the confirmation. Once you develop your bias here, that you're looking this way, then you look for opportunity here. So that was a beautiful long trade here. Then we also had another beautiful long trade here, which is a pretty straightforward As you can see here, price impulsively, you can see this rejection, price came back here. As you can see here, we developed this analysis, look for this breakout. As you can see here, the price nicely broken and beautiful. We were expecting if the price gonna retest short, but price refused, and you can see a beautiful long trade hit to the profit target. So even after that, what we mentioned to trader, just keep taking a pullback, which is you can see we did another analysis. Any pullback would consider high probability trade. So this is what very important for you to understand, that look at the high time frame, major support and resistance, and develop your buys. If you follow these basics, which mostly professional traders we do it, we look at the high time. First of all, we look at the news. If there's no news or anything, is also good news for us. Then we focus on the high time frame, major support and resistance. We look at the price actions and the price behavior. So I've given a complete, very comprehensive MyQFX beginning webinars where I explain about the price action, price behavior, and the price structure. So if you understand, every candle tell us some story, and based on that, if you understand what sort of price action is being developed, and then you look at the opportunity. For example, if I'm going to be looking here, might be let's suppose I'm talking about there might be a possibility of short trade here. So I need to look at here in intraday. So how I'm going to be looking into it. So if you look at the intraday chart, so this is, for example, I'm looking for long and short. So the way we look ahead, this is the high is been broken. Yeah. So as long as the price stay above, there's still possibility of long trade here. So if I'm going to be taking a short trade here, I need to have some confirmation in order for to take the counter short trade here. So the counter short trade would be if the price develop a false breakout and give me the confirmation, that's give me the high probability of one, then I can align my bias based on the 4 hours. So there's a possibility, because we can see here, if you look at here, we can see here there's a very strong bullish momentum. And let's say if the price gonna break and give us the confirmation, then might be a possibility of continuation to the upside. So in that case, what I'm going to be looking into it here. So I'm going to be looking into it. We can see it again, time factor is very important. You can see here at this stage, the London is closed. And at this time, you will see at least 7 p.m. London time, you will see some move. And that's again, very important for you guys to understand. At this stage, London, New York session, probably that's going to be the lunch break. Most of the traders, when they're going to come to the lunch break, and you will see some push until 9 p.m. UK time. You will see, and after that, New York session is closed, so you can see a market slow. So you can see here and pay attention to detail. There's always opportunity whenever the session opens. So you can see here the session open, we have this volatility. So now what I'm expecting here, looking here, you can see here, this is the area of interest. 1, 2, 3 times price nicely broken. So while the price is here, I am not interested. I don't want to do anything unless the price break, give us the confirmation for long here. Or if the price can break, give us the confirmation for short here. So let's suppose if I've been taking all this long here, previous trade, and this is not my first time, so I don't mind to take a pullback here from this area because we already banked some profit. But if not, then you should wait for that the price break and look for the opportunity accordingly. I hope that makes sense. This is what exactly we do every single day. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can type the questions or you can raise the hand. I can allow you to talk, and we can talk. Yeah. So I'm happy to answer all of your questions. Okay. So let's look at one of the trade we had. It amazing. And gold, of course, I'm going to show you the gold, but let's look at the dollar yen. We had another amazing trade we had it. Okay, so dollar yen, we had a nice, beautiful long trade here, and pretty straightforward. We were looking this breakout. You can see the market open here, and we have this gap. Market actually opened from here. So you can see a gap here, and pretty straightforward market broken. And as mentioned to my trader, just trade what you see it. So we have very strong breakout, and I just keep taking a pullback. So we have this, you can see yellow dot line. This is the 4-hour chart. This is major resistance level. And if you look at the candlestick pattern, we have, this is bearish inside candle pattern. and price broken, and after this breakout price retest give us a confirmation in intraday, and afterwards we had a counter short trade opportunity. Even we have this counter, and look here, nicely the price respected here. So we were expecting, technically if you look ahead, this is the bull flag pattern that give us the high probability of this direction. But being an intraday, we also had this long, we also had a short trade here. So what I'm expecting, and moving forward, we can see a 1-2 rejection, and price refused to stay below this level, and price broken and give us the confirmation. If the price can break this wedge, then keep taking a pullback upside. This is what exactly we are looking into it. Now, let me share with you how we analyze this one, and also some counter short trade on dollar yen. So let me see here. So this is the analysis we did, and just before as soon as the market opened, we did this analysis. Pretty straightforward, and pay attention to detail. If you put your checklist, right, this is what I do most of the time. I look at, the first thing I look at, if there's any news, no news, or news. So if there's no news, then I look at the high time frame where the market is heading, and I develop my bias. Okay, so then I look at the intraday, and then I also look at the analysis, what the analyst is saying it. So if everything is aligned, then high probability trade. So we had this beautiful breakout. So if you look at the analysis, we had this one. And if you look at the pattern, it's amazing pattern. That's a high probability of pattern for long. Why I'm saying that, if you look at here, we have inverted head and shoulder pattern. Price refuse to stay, instead give me this confirmation, and this is the low. We're looking for this breakout because price started here. This is the first low. So while the price is here, is no clear picture. As you can see, the price broken, and if you miss this one, no problem. And then if you want to jump into the trade, I personally recommend look at after impulsive move. If you're looking the pullback, let's develop the price, develop some sort of like impulsive and correction. So correction is here, you can see here, you can see here, and that give us the every time when the price develop impulsive move, and after impulsive, if the price develop a correction, that's the high probability of continuation. Only condition is at this time frame, I need to look at if there's any news or not. Because if there's no news, there's a high probability of continuation to the upside. So you can see we apply this one, so you can apply here too. You can see in a high time frame, you can see we have impulsive, we have this correction. So we are looking here, if the price gonna break this wedge, give us the high probability, then in intraday, we're just gonna keep taking a pullback. So I hope that makes sense. So this is what we're looking. So we had this beautiful breakout long, and then afterwards, we also had a counter opportunities too. And for that, we wait for that. Again, you can see here, we had this beautiful long trade here. We wait for the price to develop certain. You can see this is low, it's broken. We have this point of interest. And if you look at the same formula, we have this impulsive, we have this extended correction, beautiful breakout, a long trade, short trade, we had it. And even after that, we also had a couple of more counter opportunity. Being an intraday, we look at the opportunity accordingly. So you can see again, what happened here, the price came back here. This is pretty straightforward. We were looking this, you can see the price nicely respected, came back here. So we're looking here, so price nicely respected here, and then retested. Again, one more important thing is we will look at, in trading, we call it third touch. Third touch means every time when the price touch third time, high probability of continuation. Even if you look at here, 1, 2, 3. So if here you can see it, 1, 2, 3, that give us the high probability. I can see price broken and give us the confirmation hit to the profit target. Amazing trade we had it. Even after that, we again, no rocket science, guys. We mentioned here breakout, look for another pullback. So you can see we have another pullback. So the price nicely respected here, as mentioned, to today's time to bring some profit. And right now, if you look at the price came back here, so what we're looking here currently, again, so you can see here now, pretty straightforward. We have this broken high is broken this area because which price previously respected, double bottom here. We have this area. So the price nicely right now, while the price is here, technically based on the 4-hour, I'm expecting pullback and sign of continuation to the upside. We'll see. But right now, you can see here London is closed. And after half an hour, we'll see the volatility. If there's a volatility, if the price is going to break and this area, then looking for pullback long here. So that's my probability based on the 4-hour chart. This is what I'm looking for it. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now let's look at the gold. Gold is crazy, guys. You can see, guys, there's no as this is a 1-hour chart. There is no as such trendy market. We had it Friday. We had this beautiful long, and I was expecting sign of continuation. But what happened here? AC session. We had a nice, beautiful breakout, but we did not avail it because this is a very impulsive reaction. We had it, but we had a nice long trade this morning. If you haven't watched our YouTube channel, MyQFX, you see this morning I also mentioned about this trade. So we can see a pretty straightforward. We explained this is the 1-hour chart. We already mentioned that the price within the structure. So based on the price action, so the price should stay below, but price refuse and give us the confirmation. We had this long, we also had a short, we also had a long and short. We just keep taking long and short as long as the price give us the valid price action. As you've seen that most of the analysts was expecting there is going to be gold is going to be bullishness because of the current situation, but the things are completely opposite, and that's why we basically took a break 1 week just to not jump into the trade, just to make sure that we can basically understand what's happening. But being an intraday, we had amazing opportunities even today. So let me share with you. Let's see if I can open my MT5 account. Okay, so you can see here gold. Most of the analysts were saying, oh, buy when this global things happen, war things happen. Okay, let me clear all of my trades. So okay, when today I had amazing trade, guys. We were like buying and selling. You can see a short, long, sell, short, long, intraday. So let's look at the, okay, so if you look at the daily, if you look at the 4-hour, can you see here, this is what happened here later. That's what I'm trying to say to you. We have this, as soon as the war things happen, so we had this push. So we were expecting a continuation, but what happened here? Price came back and created, most of the traders, they were, expanding is going to go up. So what happened? There's uncertainty in the market. You can see here the price right now. Basically, what happened here? This is the, I believe this is the 4-hour chart. So you can see the price repeatedly respecting here, repeatedly. So there might be a possibility price might going to stay within this framework. So I'm looking for this breakout, and that's going to give me the high probability. This is what I'm talking about long term. But being an intraday, we don't basically wait for that. We just take, like, for example, if I want to be taking a long trade here or a short trade here, we look at the analysis and how we do the analysis. Let me share with you guys. We had a lot of analysis, guys. So okay, so you can see here, this is the pretty straightforward. When we look at the price develop a false breakout, and you can see the price hit to the profit target. And this is what's called intraday. Basically, every time when we see the price is respecting the major support going up, we look at the long and we also look at the short. Look at here. So what happened here? The price came back. We were looking here. So price broken. So we're looking at pullback. Price came back here. This is what exactly. If you're not sharp into it, then you're probably going to be entrapped into it. So what happened here? So we were looking this breakout, pullback. So price nicely broken. Even after the breakout, we're expecting a pullback. You can see if they missed this one, you should not be missed these two. So once the price hit, we explain our traders time to bank some profit, and we did another analysis. So we were basically, now what happened here? So pretty straightforward, which is we explain our trader. You can see the price should stay below because price was at this level, So the price, you can respect it here. So we look at this analysis, look at here, and which is a pretty standard and straightforward. You can see the price develop false breakout, price also broken low. So here, no trade. Let's wait. So what happened here? Pay attention to detail. This is what exactly happened. So the price nicely broken here. And after that, price give us the confirmation and hit to the profit target. So this is what we do. We continuously, our analyst is basically continuously watching the price action and within the price action. So for example, if I'm going to be taking a long here at this, for example, if I'm looking at long here, my high probability is long. The reason, there's a two reason here. Number one is price nicely respected this area. Second is price develop a false breakout, high probability. Otherwise, if the price want to go down, so the price should come back like that. But price refused. And top of that, analyst is mentioned this one. Let's look at the breakout. So we had this beautiful trade. We also had another beautiful trade here, as you can see here. And this is another beautiful breakout, price nicely broken. As you can see here, this is the point of interest. This is the point of interest. As you can see here, the price came back here, developed this one, breakout and pull back. And after that, pull back. So that was a beautiful trade. We had it. Then we also had another one. Let me share with you guys. So that's pretty straightforward. As you can see here, what happened here, so many rejection here. We were looking this breakout. So we also had this short trade here. You can see a pretty straightforward. We were looking this breakout, especially when the price broken and give us the confirmation in the short trade here. So if you're doing it intraday, you can squeeze, buying and sell. But for that, if you're trading gold, you need to be very, very active and very aggressive, basically, as you can see. Let me see. Okay, now this is what exactly, and you look at the 4-hour, 1-hour chart. You can see around this level. You can see here, price came back and retest. We have this false breakout, give us the high probability trade. But if you look at the intraday, this is what exactly we're looking into it. So you can see a pair, mark this line and mark this line and see here. And you can see the price broken and give us the confirmation for continuation to the long side. And our bias overall is long for the gold, but again, there's so much manipulation and speculation is going on, so just be careful. So moving forward, what I'm expecting here, let's see here if the price is going to break, give us the confirmation in 4 hours. That's what exactly we're looking for, continuation to the upside, but we don't know how long the price going to stay within the structure. But being an intraday, if we have to look at for short, we're going to look at the price action in intraday. If you're going to look at long here, we look at the price action in intraday. Top of that, I'm going to look at my analysis analyst, how he's giving this analysis. If that makes sense in these directions, we're going to be looking at long trade here. This is what exactly we do it. I hope that makes sense. All right. So the current situation, what's happening in the war, and unfortunately, there's so much speculation, manipulation is going on. I personally advise don't trade aggressively, trade wisely. And we have a lot of analysis. Even we had amazing trades on dollar, pound, yen. This morning at the market open, we had this beautiful, price nicely broken. We had this beautiful long trade here. And you can practice it. And once you develop your confidence level, then it's easy to trade. You just open and keep in global an account, attach it to it, and enjoy all this analysis, which we continuously broadcasting during the London session time. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm looking forward to the questions. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask. Well, we had amazing trade, guys, today. Especially the gold has given us nice juicy pips. Okay, any questions?
Is there any possibilities of getting live trading with you? It's on an intraday basis because in the live market sometimes becomes very confusing to, especially the gold and on.
Okay, so to be honest, the thing is like as mentioned, what exactly what we do it. Before I used to do it, but
Okay.
then I found that the most of the traders, they don't care about analysis. They're just looking for my trades, and they are waiting for that. And as I mentioned, our objective is to find a good trader, so then we can invest onto them. So what we decided, I said, okay, instead of giving them fish, teach them
Okay.
how to catch the fish. And but I can. The thing is, I can help you because even if I'm live, and at that time you're not live, it's not going to make any sense, right? Because
Yeah.
what you have to do is to step by step. For if you're going to approach any system or any any skills you want to develop. Unfortunately, this industry is more about emotionals because even if I want to come to use the system, my first priority and objective is to make money, to make pips. And that's why we overside and the learning curve. So the first thing you have to do is I want to understand the system, how it works, irrespective whether I make pips, whether I lose pips, right? Because
Yeah.
once you build this kind of mindset, then let me give you an example here. Let's say here we have traders like say, okay, so the first of all, of course, like this, guy is for me basically, I just avoid all the noise. I just focus only one pair, which is the gold, right? And
Okay.
then any alert comes, I'm top of this alert. This alert came an hour ago, which is I did this alert, this analysis before joining to you. So what happened here? So I'm watching here. This is the live market. If the price is going up, so let's see. Let's do practice. So I have a 200 pips to lose. But if you need more than 200 pips, if you're trading with the gold, right? So then said, okay, let's see what happened here. Let's the trade is going okay. Let's see what happens. So I open a trade. Okay, I'm gonna keep taking a long one. If I see the major rejection, I close it. Let's see what's gonna happen. And then you make pips, you lose pips. Uh, that's the part of the game. But you will understand how to react to the analysis, right? And then you build your experience. And once you build this experience, ultimately, that experience is equal to the pips, and that pips is equal to some sort of a revenue and profit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because your first objective is not to just to make something money from this. This is not like basically a holy grail. This is the system you need to understand. You need to adopt yourself, right? So like we did this analysis. So for example, if you are trading gold and I'm gonna ask you, okay, did you see this analysis? I see you said yes. So did you take any trade? My question is, if you don't, why not? What's the valid reason? So you need to develop a system, your own system, top of the system, and that's why most of the traders, I always tell them just focus on one pair or two pair, no more than that, right? And that's what you need to pick up. So for example, most of the traders basically, they're trading gold because they don't have a patience to wait for that opportunity. But you have to find out what fit with your personality. And then first thing is just practice. And once you practice, once you build the confidence, then basically, ultimately, goal is going to be you making some sort of profit.
Okay. Okay.
So pay attention to when you're going to be online, and just pay attention to analysis. Develop your bias in high time frame, and then look out for the analysis, and then practice a couple of times. Once you understand, and then you can attach the account.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I mentioned to my trader it's time to bank some profit. So as an analyst, my job is done. So as a trader, you should take this initiative and do it.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys? Okay, so we're giving a lot of analysis, guys, lots of analysis. If you look at here, all these analysis, if you can ask the question to yourself, what I was doing when this analysis came, why I haven't taken this opportunity. And most of these are two things, which is always mentioned in my analysis, patient and discipline. So, to be honest, you will have 100% accurate system, but if you don't have a patient and discipline, it's going to be very challenging. Okay. Any questions? No more questions? All right. Okay, then I think it's time for me to and hopefully see you next week, guys. I hope things get better. I'm still in Dubai, and the challenge is still there is a few challenges. I'm sure if you guys living in Dubai, you will receiving alerts 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, and that's, it's not good. It's not good. All right, guys, that's it for now. Have a nice week with a lot of pips. All the best. See you next week at the same time.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See ya. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. I have few questions. Let me see. What question? No, no. Okay. All right, guys. All the best.